Today was my first opportunity to get inside the new Syncline van from Outside Van, and I gotta tell you, I am extremely impressed with this build. So I want to take you guys inside and show you my favorite features. All right, let's go. Finally getting inside one of the new Syncline vans, the first thing I noticed is just the amount of space that's available in here, especially when you put the Murphy bed up. So if you've spent any time inside 144 Sprinters before, when they're all built out, they can feel quite small, but not this van. It actually has tons of room. So if you're somebody who's gonna be doing activities in here like biking or hiking or skiing, there's always that moment where you need to do all of your preparation and get things ready before you kind of head out. And if you put the bed up in this one, you have an incredible amount of space. Like you could easily get 3 people in here, 4 people, no problem. So this is definitely the biggest, most spacious feeling 144 van that I've ever been in that is completely built out and ready to go camping in. So the other thing that really impresses me about this build, and no other manufacturers are really putting this level of detail into the serviceability. So from the water system to the power system, everything that you need to get at is easily accessible. And here's just a perfect example. This just generally looks like a display panel, but it opens up, your fuses are in there. Any of this equipment that might need to be serviced is readily available. And that's a huge deal because driving these vans, they tend to rattle. Some things eventually will come loose. And if you're able to service them easily, it just adds a lot of value to the van. You don't have to stop your trip and go find an upfitter or somebody who services RVs. Once you know a little bit about this van, you should be able to service it yourself. One of the most unique features of the Syncline definitely is the Murphy bed. So the idea that you can quickly get your bed out of the way so that you can use all this space in the back is something that people always ask for, but it's actually not that easy unless you have a real system designed. So Outside Van has made the first legitimate Murphy bed in a production van that easily gets out of the way. Look how simple this is to set up, take down. So you just push the button, panel comes down, and there you have it. The bed is in place within a couple seconds. And this is a big deal. Most people, they want a bed that moves, but due to the fact that it's not simple, they typically leave their bed in the same spot all the time. But with this van, you really can, within a minute or less, put all your bedding away, put the bed up, and then use all of the space in the back. So let me put it up now. And it clicks into place so well, it almost compresses with the cushion, so this is not gonna rattle at all. You can take this on the gnarliest road with washboards, and it's all just completely locked into place. And then what's cool is that now that this is up and you have a MOLLE panel, you can put different bags on here with whatever gear you might be carrying. You also have the ability to do that on the back door. So this space becomes very usable when the bed is up. Because Outside Van has been building vans for so long, they have unique ways of taking advantage of every available spot within the van. So this is one of my favorite things, and I know I would use this so often. So when you have the bed up, there's this massive storage bin that's in here. And I know that the future versions are coming with a lock on it. So I can imagine having my camera gear in here, my drones, or anything else that's valuable like a laptop or a passport. And first of all, you can lock it. And then when you put the bed down, it's pretty much hidden away. So this is just a really cool spot because if you're getting ready to do something, like I'm setting up my camera gear, I'm charging things, I'm counting things, making sure that I have everything I need, you have all this space to do it. So that's just a unique feature, and it's subtle. A lot of people might not notice it, but if you're actually really into vans, this is like a huge amount of space to store some like really important stuff. And here's another thing that's totally unique to the Syncline, which is the outdoor table. It's very useful. This is just so uniquely designed and super stable. And it tucks away. It's kind of hard to get a drop-down table with a low bench here that comes out at the right height. So they've gone ahead and engineered something that just makes a lot of sense. And again, what I love about this is that it's so rigid. When you put it up and then you drive away, this thing is not gonna be rattling. It doesn't move at all. So that's just really cool. It's those little details that actually make traveling in the van a lot more fun, as opposed to what are all those rattles and what's making noise in the back and you have to stop. But again, this is just such a cool feature that you're only gonna get on this van. Another one of my favorite things about this van is a totally legitimate galley. I like to cook in the van. I think it's one of the benefits of actually traveling in a van like this, is that you can have your food with you and not constantly be having to go out to restaurants. So this is quite generous. It has the drop-in sort of cutting boards here, so you can use the entire surface, a nice generous sink, and an actual hot and cold mixing faucet, and then a large fridge here. And then a bunch of drawers that are also very useful. So you get this drawer and also a silverware organizer, which, you know, they don't have to put in there. Most vans don't come with that, but the details are definitely there. Soft closed drawers and a lot of storage, including upper cabinetry to use kind of as a little pantry here. They didn't skimp on the galley and just put a tiny sink and a tiny fridge and hope that you wouldn't notice. They actually considered that, you know, people do use this for preparing food, and to have it really thought out and put in some generous, like a large fridge, a large sink, and plenty of storage, to me, is one of the reasons why people would buy this van. My number one most favorite thing about this van is definitely the build quality. If you're gonna buy a van that's this expensive, and all of the adventure vans are expensive, you want something that is super high quality so that it doesn't fall apart. And Outside Van by far is the highest quality production van on the market today, and it's not even close. So from the panels and how they attach to all of the custom metalwork that they've done, the switches, the upgraded front seats, and just everything in the van is built super bomber. I mean, this thing is legitimate. And I've driven in these vans on some bumpy roads and they do not rattle, they do not squeak. So the level of build quality that Outside puts into their vans is top notch. And I think that's my favorite thing about this. I just don't like things that fall apart. And I've seen too many people get disappointed by buying a less expensive adventure van, you know the ones that I'm talking about, and they immediately start falling apart and people feel like they've been duped. So after my first time inside the Syncline van, those are my favorite features. The layout, the build quality is definitely there, and then they've added some unique features to this van that you won't find in any other production van. So at Vanland, we're really proud to be a dealer for Outside Van. This is the top quality production van on the market today. And that's what we believe in at Vanland, is getting people high quality products that are gonna last a long time. So if you're interested, you can always contact us and just let us know what you think about this van in the comments. We'd love to hear how you guys are feeling about it after your first look.